What up, everybody? It's Daniel and Marcos here from ParisLatino. This time is going to be a special session here on the podcast, or whatever this is going to be, because right now we're in Sweden. Bro, where in Sweden are we today?
So guys, right now we're in a very cool place called Jacy'z Hotel and Resort. Particularly right now we're at Jacy'z Big Stage because Jacy'z building has a lot of cool options and cool segments. You have hotel rooms, you have restaurants, you have entertaining, you have rooftops, and of course we're now at the big stage area where Jacy'z held concerts, clubs, different types of activities, mostly concerts in cinema. And we're very lucky to be the first ever Latin party to host here at Jacy'z. So this is an incredible experience to everybody who's watching, whether you're in Sweden, Iceland, Finland, or Norway. This is going to be a little section about our thoughts. So first and foremost, how do you feel now? You're in Gothenburg, you're in Sweden. Walk me through like your thoughts and emotions right now.
My thoughts and emotions when we arrived with the car and saw the big hotel, it's insane. It is also a little bit excitement. I get excited to think that we're getting closer to the event, that we're closing to the start of the tour. Sitting here watching this beautiful this beautiful place, this venue.
What were your impression when you first walked in?
So I've seen the pictures, of this place. I've seen the pictures and I've seen the videos, but it's a different thing to be here. It's a very luxurious place. So I was very odd. I was whoa, this is Jacy'z. Happy, proud, and excited. Those three will be like the main emotions. What about you? Think of you gonna be standing back there playing?
I mean, this is definitely one of the coolest venues I've entered, and I was so happy when we came in because it's just a complete different world. I was thinking, like when we first started, we started in a small club in this basement that was kind of dirty, all that atmosphere. This was 8 years ago, and just the fact that we now get to hold the party here at such exclusive venue in Gothenburg, in a city and a country that's basically far away from. It's not far away, but it's not Norway. It's like it's a different country. I mean, people don't know us here. That's the thing.
Yeah.
In Norway now, I mean, 7 cities know ParisLatino what it is, but we're basically brand new here in Sweden, so it's gonna be a fun thing.
Does that scare you? That you're new, that nobody knows you here?
It scares me and it excites me.
Okay.
Of course, we're gonna get a lot of. I don't want to say we're gonna get a lot of eyeballs. Because people remember when we first did the event in Oslo in 2022, nobody knew who we were. All of a sudden, we came to Rockefeller, and it was a big thing.
True.
And you got a lot of eyeballs from people in the industry, people in the party industry. They're like, "Who are these guys?" So I'm expecting like kind of the same reaction here. Yeah. We have a couple of people like contacting us and everything. So I think it's gonna be a great experience. I wanted to ask you about for the people that's watching right now, can you explain what happened the last hour after we entered here? Behind the scenes.
So behind the scenes, we met Victor, who showed us the place, gave us a little bit of insight of the logistics of how we're going to operate the party, took us up to the balcony, explained to us how the people that are going to be up there, they can order the drinks, different options that we have to how to make this venue a great experience for you guys that are going to be here. So that was, from my view, I was so focused on the details, like, okay, you have this LED screen back there, how many lights can you use, what type of effects we can use here. So that was my experience getting into the details.
Yeah.
Maybe you have
basically
a tour of the place. Basically, it was because again, this is the first time we are here. Like, we have seen the things online, and being here is a different ballgame.
I mean, the purpose was to come here to Sweden, and we're gonna check out a band and attend an event later this night. But it was like to film the ad to present Jacy'z to people in Norway and to our followers. So you and Victor, you grabbed a couple of chairs, you put it here.
Is it PC? Prepared the setup, Michael's up. We have some help.
Yeah, we have
some families that are helping with a little bit.
Victor said there's going to be an event at the rooftop at 4 p.m. And they're also going to host an event here at night. Right now, as we speak, there's a couple.
Very famous French person is gonna
Right,
come.
I think it's a very famous artist. Right now, as we speak, there's actually another group of people that's looking at the venue. Maybe it's the guys that's gonna host the event tonight. But this event has this venue has a lot of things going on, and one thing that I liked is like the chairs upstairs in the balcony and here in the first floor. I think in Sweden they call it fåtölj, if I'm not mistaken, but I think that means chairs. And you have like the QR code. So I was asking Victor, like, okay, how are people gonna order drinks when you have like the balcony seats? Because this is very comfortable chairs upstairs, like kind of like this one, but a little bit bigger. Yeah. And no, you have the QR code, because I was kind of concerned about the bar, the logistics, like when you're up in the gallery, you need to have a bar. And now you have the QR code, you have QR codes on all of the tables and chairs. So it's definitely a level up type of production experience for the people. Yes. I know there's a lot of people that's actually coming from Oslo to this event.
Yeah,
I know there's a lot of people. So it's going to be a great opportunity to share the scene
Thank you
with
so
them.
much for you that are going to travel from Norway here. So
yeah,
it's beautiful.
And to all the Swedish new followers, because you've probably seen the ads, and a lot of you guys have followed us on Instagram, and like, welcome to this world of ParisLatino. So my brother is going to take you through what ParisLatino actually is. So to our new followers from Sweden, explain to them what is ParisLatino in a nutshell, if you would.
ParisLatino in a nutshell is it has become a movement of where we people gather together, and we party, we celebrate the urban Latin music, and create beautiful memories. We create experiences that otherwise we wouldn't. So ParisLatino is not us two brothers, but it's everybody that enjoys that night together with, of course, reggaeton, dembow, Brazilian funk, some cool effects, cool DJs from other countries. It's a beautiful night. I would say a very unique experience.
What would you say make us different? Like, now just forget about the marketing and the vision, the brand statement and everything, but from your perspective, like, there's a lot of Latin parties right now across the world and in the Nordics, and I'm guessing there's a lot of Latin parties. What do you think makes ParisLatino different? Of course you're biased since you're the organizer.
100% I'm biased.
But like, if you can talk about that.
I think one of the things that makes us different is we care about the details. I've always said this, we care about the details in every aspect of what we do. And also we dare to take a risk. We dare to sometimes run before you can walk, jump before you can run. Right. And that gives it gives you a positive and a challenging outcome sometimes, but I think that is one of the main things that difference, and also that we have a broader vision. We don't do this necessarily for our benefit as individuals, but as I said earlier, we're doing this to create a movement, to enrich the culture, to do something that hasn't been done before, especially the Nordics. I imagine that in the world you have big movements going on within each genre, and we're lucky to be able to contribute to society by being part of this Latin urban movement. I think that it's a mindset, it's the angle of how you do things, why you do things, the differences. And I would say that one of the keystones is taking care of the details, like how will the audience experience. That's one of the reasons we're booking this place here. It's like, think of it, we care that much of how you can experience a reggaeton party at a place like this. It hasn't been done before.
Oh, that's true. I also think that, of course, like the base of ParisLatino is reggaeton, as you said, a reggaeton party, but we do also play commercial music. We do also play Afro, Brazilian funk, dembow, and the foundation will always be reggaeton. But the thing that we also want to do is to create a bridge between Scandinavian culture and Latin culture. So we want to unite cultures, and that's basically all that we have done the last 8 years, because we basically have the best of both worlds, like Hannah Montana. Basically. So we kind of also like don't want to just make it explicitly just Latin. No. We want to make Latin enough, but we also want to implement elements that attracts a new audience that maybe hadn't attended a Latin party before. I think we're just gonna roll on for 5 to 10 minutes more, if that's okay.
100%.
So for example, we had a party, this is just a side note, in Stavanger, and our father was singing the salsa set, you know? And this girl came to him and said, you know, it's so cool that you guys had this salsa element, because normally when I want to go to and dance salsa, I feel that everybody's so professional. Here, I kind of feel welcome. It's not like the pressure to have a dance partner to dance professional. And why do I tell this? Is because they are just focused on salsa professional dancers, and that's the audience they tailor it to. So you're missing like the people that want to dance, but they don't want to have that pressure. I think that's what we also want to do with the Latin party aspect, that we want to welcome everybody, like in that sense.
Doesn't matter where you're from. Doesn't matter understand the language of the music.
Exactly. Like music is basically our language, and we play what we feel is our essence at the moment. That evolves also through times, I think. But we're always going to be a reggaeton party, 100%. I want to touch on something. You mentioned taking risks. That's a very crucial, important thing for an entrepreneur. Right now, as we're expanding to Gothenburg, are you scared?
Yes. Yes, of course.
How would you tell us about that emotion right now?
I think it's about the emotion of not knowing, not knowing what's gonna happen. You're tapping into unknown markets. Like we have now the data of Norway when we make parties there, so we have a little bit of knowledge before we do something. Now tapping into new markets, doing things in a different country, it brings you to this part like, I don't know what's gonna happen. You have an idea,
Right.
and have an idea, but at the same time still managing that. Do we take the risk? Do we play it safe? How can we fusion those two? I think any entrepreneur can be scared doing things like that.
You think you can do big things without being scared?
I think that the only if you look at people that have managed big things in life, or communities that have managed big things in life, they had to take risk. It's like they say, like it's with high risk comes big rewards. Low risk, low rewards. So I'm scared, and that makes me. I mean, it makes me happy to be that scared, because it gives some color to life. Like it brings emotions.
As an event organizer, for people that are watching, what is like the biggest fear of an event organizer, would you say?
I think I can only speak for myself as an event organizer. I don't know what other people, because the mindset is different.
Like, what are your thoughts? What are you most scared of? If you're now nervous about this event, what scares you the most about this event, let's say?
So many would say that if let's say we don't sell enough tickets, so we go 10K, 30K in minus, that would be scary. But I've learned that money comes and goes. But I would think the most scary thing is that we make the event, and the experience for the people, like they don't know, this is not cool. So that thing's the part that scares me. Is like in Norway, because so I'm gonna be honest. In Norway, it is nobody made these big Latin parties the way we did. Now that we come here, I'm not sure how many parties like ours have been made throughout the years, because we were speaking with the family yesterday, and it's like there are a lot of Latinos here. So it's like that not knowing. And so,
Please confirm that in the comments if there are in fact a lot of Latinos in Gothenburg. We would love to know that.
So if I'm sure of the product we deliver, but if people don't like it and the brand gets ruined, I think that is one of my biggest fears. The economy side, of course, is a pressure, because everybody that makes events, you're planning for something, and you only can see the result when you do the party.
So your biggest fear is that people have a bad experience.
Yeah. Like if let's say
I agree to that.
we have made, like, and I'm gonna be honest, we've made not the best bookers in time. We've spoken about this in the other episodes. Luckily now, with a lot of years of, and we have the roster of DJs we're bringing to the tour. Is a reason we're bringing them to the tour. But I remember like a couple of years ago, because it was the beginning of us booking DJs. Like one DJ played too little of that music. So in that part, I wouldn't say that I'm scared about the DJs gonna play here, because you will have good DJs throughout the tour. but it's the experience.
I agree. My first thought, like, I have bad dreams sometimes. Like, I think the last 3 years prior to any event, I have dreams that people don't show up. Like, that's a nightmare I have. Not nightmare, it's a dream I have every time we're hosting ParisLatino for the last 4 years. 1 week before, it's like I dream I come into the venue and either I'm late, something's wrong with the mix, I cannot play the music, and it's only 10 people. So that's like a constant nightmare or dream I have. And I recently had one about Sweden, but it was like very weird. So, but I think that goes like, I'm not afraid that not enough people are gonna come.
No, me neither.
I'm not afraid of losing money per se. But why am I afraid of losing money or that people don't come is like you said, because what will people say? What will the experience be? How will like the brand be? So I think it's very true. As an organizer, we are afraid that people don't leave with the best experience possible. And that's something we got to work on every time, and that's the fun of it.
That's the purpose of the party. That's what we said in the beginning, is bringing the experience to the people. So if the experience is not a part of what we are trying to bring, then we're not doing our job, in other words.
Yes. Switching to another topic, because I'm interviewing right now. What does Sweden or Gothenburg, what does Sweden mean to you? Explain to the Swedish audience.
Guys, what does Sweden mean to me?
Right. What type of
As a
connections?
Norwegian Latino, I would say that we may have we may have a bigger connection to Sweden than most Norwegian Latinos. We have been in Sweden many times through our lifetime due to having family living in both Gothenburg, Karlstad, Jönköping, Stockholm. Even
from both of our parents'
exactly.
sides. Yeah.
Even from my mom's side, from my father's side. Yesterday we were at our father's uncle's house. So think of that as our family goes back here in Sweden, back to the 70s. We had our father playing with his band here when he was 15. He was lucky enough to travel to Sweden when he was 15. This in the 90s. So for us, Sweden means a lot. Even
Shout
though
out to Los Reyes Magos. If you're from Gothenburg and you know Los Reyes Magos, let us know in the comment section. That means you're old school.
you're more welcome to come here, please.
Yeah.
And so Sweden means a lot to us, even though the last 7 years we haven't been able to come here as often as we did when we were younger.
Of course.
Fun fact, when I was a kid and I visited my mom for the summer holidays, I may have been maybe 12, you can fact check me on that, but I came back to Norway and I only spoke Swedish and got bullied in school for speaking Swedish.
So on that note, give me some Swedish words.
Tjena grabbar, skitbra, fråga.
Kan ni berätta ni kan på svensk? Jag vet inte om det hördes bra.
Shit. You put me on the spot.
But you know some Swedish words.
The thing is, I understand.
Does Norwegian people, for the people that maybe are from Finland or Iceland, or the rest of the world, how does Norwegian and Swedish people understand each other, would you say? You think Swedish people understand Norwegian more or vice versa?
I think Swedish people understand Norwegian more. Nah.
I've heard the opposite.
Okay, so people from Sweden will understand people from Oslo, the people that speak bokmål, a lot better than bokmål understands Swedish. That is a fact that I heard. But once you make a Swedish speak with a guy or a girl from Kristiansand, Bergen, Stavanger, then the dialects in Norway are very broad. While as far as I know now, Swedish has a pretty plain dialect throughout the country. You have to go to Skåne to have the R, and you have to go to the north to have that different dialect. So I think that overall, Norwegian people understand Swedish people more.
Right. We cannot leave without telling you guys that we are from a city that's called Kristiansand in Norway, and we have a special dialect, like Daniel said right now. So we're gonna do a test. If you know Swedish, he's gonna now speak 1 or 2 sentences in the dialect of Kristiansand and let us know if you understood him. So whatever you want to say to the people in Norwegian.
Folkens, jeg gleder meg veldig, eller jeg tror vi gleder oss veldig til å treffe dere 13. september her på Jacy'z i Gothenburg. Det kommer til å være en ære for oss å kunne faktisk ta med konseptet ParisLatino til Sverige for første gang og feste med dere. Jeg tror vi kommer til det gøy, vi kommer til det dritfett. Har dere noen spørsmål? Alltid selvfølgelig spør oss gjennom sosiale medier, på nettside, e-post. Dette kommer til å være en start på en unik reise, for jeg tror ikke det blir sist gang vi kommer til å være, eller eneste gang vi kommer til å være her i Gothenburg. Så får vi se om dere forstod hva jeg sa.
Jeg tror de skjønte det. I'm gonna do one for you in the region. Til alle dere som er litt nysgjerrige på hva historien til ParisLatino er, her er en veldig sånn kjapp oppsummering. ParisLatino startet for 80 år siden i Kristiansand, 2017. Vi startet en liten kjeller-nattklubb med 30 personer. Vi utvidet til Oslo i 2022. Så utvidet vi til flere norske byer i 2023. I 2024 så hadde vi en Norgesturné. Da besøkte vi de 7 største byene i hele landet. Samtidig som vi hadde en egen festival, som vi kalte for Sommervibe-festivalen. Og selve konseptet går på, som Dani sa i stad, dette med reggaeton. Vi blander klubbkultur med festivalproduksjon. Jeg tror det har vært en av våre kjennetegn. Og visjonen vår selvfølgelig er å være Nordens største aktør innen latino og urban musikk. Så vi ønsker å fremstille latinokulturen på den best mulige måten som vi kan. Og selvfølgelig at alle skal kunne komme og kjenne på hva latinokultur er. Så det er litt om ParisLatino. Call to action, sjekk mer på vår nettside. But yeah, that was the region. To the people that are from Iceland and Finland, let us know if you understood some of the words that you guys heard right now. So it's very cool. As Daniel said, we have good ties with Sweden. I mean, Iceland, we have good connections with people in Iceland now. How can I say, the way people have received us in Iceland is amazing. You guys are showing a lot of interest. The same for Finland. Quick, where are we gonna be in Iceland and Finland? Can you give us the dates and the venues?
So the 6th of September, that's Iceland. And August, when is the August? Finland is in August.
So Iceland is September 6th in Harpa, Silfurberg, and Apollo Live Club on August 23rd. And of course here Jacy'z Big Stage on September 13th in Gothenburg. So right now what we're gonna do is a little bit of we're gonna say goodbye with the way we have been promoting our parties the last 3 years. Me and Daniel, basically, we walk around and we do some ads, and we are the faces behind the brand. So this is gonna be a spot-on live, ad. So I think we're just gonna kick it. If we were supposed to do right now an ad for the people in Sweden, let's do it in English. How would it go? I think you can start, and we can just play out of each other, and let's see if we can do that.
English, an ad of the go.
Yeah, like we've done before.
So many times in life.
Yeah. So let's see how it goes. Normally, sometimes we take like 12 takes,
Yeah,
but we usually get
12
prepared.
takes. Usually.
Yeah. We usually get prepared. He says like 50% of the information. I say 50%. So I think we can just split it in 50. Say your piece, and I'm gonna just go and follow along. And we do this to get prepared.
3, 2, 1, go. What up, everybody? It's Daniel Marcos from ParisLatino. We're now here at Jacy'z Big Stage in Gothenburg because the 13th of September, we're gonna bring ParisLatino here. What do you think about that?
I'm very excited, man. Like, ParisLatino is the first time we're coming to Sweden. This is part of the Nordic Tour that we're gonna have for the first time. And it's the first time a Latin party is ever gonna hold the Nordic Tour. So we're making history, not only for reggaeton, but for Latin people in general, for Latin culture. And we're very excited to have you here. This venue is awesome. You can buy balcony seatings, you can buy stage tickets, and there's a lot of cool things that you can expect. We're gonna have some live action, some international DJs. The concept is basically nightclub culture with festival level production. So we're very excited to meet you. Any last words to our Swedish audience?
Book your ticket, buy the ticket. If you have any questions, let us know, and we'll be happy to answer everybody.
Yes. Take care.
Take care.
See you guys in
Bye-bye.
Sweden. Bye. That was pretty cool to have that as an ad.
Whoa.
Maybe we'll use it. Let us guys know if you think that was cool. It was very spontaneous.
One go, one
Yeah.
take.
So I think we're gonna wrap this up. Do you have any last thoughts to wrap up this podcast?
Yeah, just show my gratitude to all of you from every single country, but especially now to the people in Sweden that have showed the interest. That for you that are coming on the party, I'm excited to see everybody. So just show my gratitude to you, and that's what I want to say. Thank you.
Yeah.
What about you?
Thank you, guys. No, I agree. Thank you for the way you have received us. You know, tickets are selling fast. It's very good to see that the response of Gothenburg has been very good. We don't know the movement in Gothenburg. There's probably a lot of things going on here. It's a big city. I think it's kind of the same size as Oslo, a little bit less. And very grateful that you take your time to follow us on Instagram, to check out the brand, to check out what we stand for, and to give us two brothers born in Bolivia, raised in Norway. Our vision is to like represent Latin culture in the best way. And Jacy'z Big Stage on September 13th is going to be a part of that history. So we truly appreciate you for your time and for your effort and for your engagement. And I mean, we cannot wait to see you here.
We promise
Jacy'z.
we promise to do our best to bring you the best party we can possibly give you.
Right.
That's what we're gonna do.
We're gonna do. So we see you. We're gonna be at this stage, at the big stage, September 13th, 2025.
There's also tickets for the stage, just so you know, guys.
Yes. So Gothenburg, Sweden, September 13th, Jacy'z Big Stage. See you there, guys. Take care. Bye bye.
Ciao.
That's a wrap.